Hey there, retailers. Welcome to episode number 35. Things are swimming along here at the Creative Shop Talk podcast, and we are so excited to have you here. Normally, I do a shout out to a retailer, but today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to shout out a special, awesome, big thank you to all of my Inner Circle members. My retailers' Inner Circle members are just incredible. They have been showing up during this whole crazy COVID season, helping one another, working together, sharing information, supporting one another, just moving and really sticking to what matters with their work. And I'm just so excited to see them all grow and thrive. It has been a hard season for so many. And going into fourth quarter here right now, we are together as a group really doing some amazing things to help one another. And I'm just really happy and grateful. And I just wanted to shout out, there's such a great group of retailers. So on that note, our retailers inner circle is open right now. If you are listening to the Creative Shop Talk podcast when it came out today, October 26th through the October 28th, the Retailers Inner Circle is open. It's my monthly coaching group. We are a hands-on, meaning that I am in the group every week and I am there to support and help. And we do trainings. We have group coaching calls. We have focused planners that we work on together to help and support each other. It is not a course, though. It's not something you have to show up for. It is a community of tools, resources, and support. So I wanted to give you a shout out, let you know in advance before we get jumping in here today that is open right now. And I would love to see you in there. You can find out more information on the podcast notes, or you can reach out to me at wendybatten.com/inner circle, and that will take you over to all the information that you need about the inner circle. I am super, super, super. Can you tell I'm happy to invite and welcome new retailers in this week? It's always a pleasure. If you are listening to this in replay and the doors are already closed, jump on the wait list. We open to new members 2 or 3 times a year. Our next opening will be in 2021, but get on the wait list. You'll be the first to know and you'll be the first to find out information. So on that note, I do want to have a little conversation with you about different ways that we can stay unique. And we need to identify success as the way we feel like success is. It's not something that we have to bubble up and, this is what success is for retail, and that's all there is to it. So I just want to encourage you today to think through. I'm going to share 5 different ways for us to stay unique and find the success we want. So let's get going. Running a creative retail business really shouldn't be so hard. I'm Wendy Batten, and this is the Creative Shop Talk podcast. Okay, my friends, I'm so happy you're here. So a lot of my retailers, I feel like I start my things. So a lot of my retailers, they are looking to build a lifestyle. That's why they started their creative shop. It pretty much comes down to that. And identifying what you want your success to look like is the key, I think, to moving forward. I want to chat with you today about doing it your own way. And there are so many basic foundations of business that we need to work on, but it is okay to do it your way. It's okay. Whatever, we've had these conversations. I know we've talked about it in different podcast episodes about identifying what matters most to you and why did you start this business? Why are you even in it? It's totally okay to be doing business our way and trying new things and doing new things. There's really no rules as to what success should look like for anybody. And it's not, you've reached success when you have this revenue stream, because I have retailers that are super successful, taking regular paychecks, having a balanced lifestyle, feeling like they have, like joy. They find time for the things that are not overwhelming, selling what they love, having customers they like, and their income could be at X. I have other retailers that have the same desires, but their income is at XXX. It's a bigger income. It's a bigger impact. Maybe it's bigger stores. It might be franchise stores. It might be just more or different. But their idea of success is still having the lifestyle they wanted, having the paycheck they wanted, having joy in their day, and not feeling overwhelmed. So we can have our vision of success of our retail business can be multiple things. No one can dictate to you and tell you what success is. we can go all in with whatever we want, or like for whatever we want. So my idea of success, just to be blunt and to show you how it's different than other people's, I live in a fishing village, for goodness sakes. It's successful to me. It doesn't feel not successful because I live in a tiny cottage by the sea in a fishing village. So that to me is success. I'm feeling like I'm reaching my success because that's what I wanted. It gives me joy, pays my bills, I do all the things, but that's different than somebody who may want a different type of success. So everybody has a different idea of success. I just love, love, love working with retailers and asking them what they want, not what they feel like they should have. That's what I'm trying to make clear. And I know we've spoken about this in different podcast episodes. You can go back if you haven't listened to, we have several that we talk about identifying why you're doing what you're doing. But one thing I see a lot is I see retailers feeling really frustrated about different parts of their retail business. I mean, we all get frustrated about our business, but more so because they feel like they're comparing themselves to what they feel they should be doing or what other people are doing. They feel like they can't reach the success that they want, maybe because their mindset is telling them that, well, I can't get that, and she is luckier than me, or she has different skills, or this other person does different things. We can't compare ourselves to other people, and we can learn any business skill we want. I'm going to say it again. We can learn any business skill we want. We can't judge our business success by other people's success either. Again, I live in a tiny cottage in a fishing village. I know people who live in beautiful mansions and gorgeous homes, and success is success, however you want to define it. But I need to know what I want and go after it. You need to know what you want and go after that. I see retailers getting frustrated, maybe that the things that might be out of their control, they can't, well, I don't have that big brand in my store, or I'm not comfortable, I'm no good at doing Facebook Lives, or all these things that we tell ourselves that we aren't good at. And really, we can't win if we don't play and we don't learn and we don't grow those skills. Most people have a skill set, and your skill set is going to be different than my skill set, but I have to build my skill set that I want to build that you have. So you might be amazing at displays or merchandising in your store. That's something I might have to work at. Another retailer might be amazing at doing Facebook Lives, but I bet you they started off just like you, or just like most people, learning to do that. So do not compare yourself to others. And that is a mindset thing that's really hard. But keep in mind, what is success to you, and how are we going to go after it? So you do have what it takes to get what you want. You do have what it takes. I'm telling you right now. So looking at other people's success can be inspiring, but I want to encourage you to think about what success looks like for you. I genuinely, like from the bottom of my heart, believe that we can all get to that success stage that we want. And again, success being whether that's a financial income number for you, or whether it's a lifestyle or whatever, the reason that you opened your store or your business or your booth space or your DIY studio was because you wanted something to happen. You wanted to live a happier life and joyful, more creative life, maybe, or you wanted to make a lot of income, or whatever that is for you. That is your idea of success. So we all have the ability to get where we want to go. We truly do. So we can't beat ourselves up. We just need to get ourselves like on the track that we need to, and start identifying what that is. That's really the first thing we need to do. We all are heart-centered. Most of the retailers, if you're listening, I bet you're a heart-centered, caring, creative, awesome individual. That's who I attract. I don't know if that's the right word, but that is who most of my retailers are. I know you probably care about your customers. You started your business with heart and soul and grit and work. And and we can get to where we want to go. Sometimes we just need to put some things in place. Again, identifying where we want to go and knowing that, and putting some key foundational business things in place, whether your idea is just to start this business, or whether you're expanding, or wherever you are, there's a lot of things that are just if you put these in place and you just work at them and grow your skills, you will see impact. You will see the success that you want. So I wanted to share just 5 little things today with you after all of that, to give you sort of the game plan. It's not a game plan. I have a game plan if you have that already. But this is just 5 things that I like to share that will help you figure out, exactly where we need to go to stay unique, to find the success we want, and feel really good about our business and stop comparing. So, one of the first things is looking at your big picture. What is your big picture? Where do you want to go? This is where your mindset comes in. This is where, if you can identify what you really truly want, it's the first thing. It's truly the first thing we do inside my inner circle. When new members come in, one of the very first things I ask them to do is to identify their big picture strategy, their painted picture. What does life look like in a world of success for you? And yes, that does change, because a year from now is going to be different than 4 years from now or whatever with your business. But what does that big picture look like? This is such an important thing. If we're just winging it and we're just going day by day, I don't know, I open the store, I love it, I just want to keep doing it, that's not going to get us to that point of where we feel successful. So we can't wing at having a big picture plan. We can wing a lot of things, we can maneuver and work around things, but really having a big picture plan is so important to your mindset. So that's one of the very first things. And then understanding that we don't have to be doing it all. Like, we want to figure out where we're going, and then we're going to make a plan to get there. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, don't laugh at this, but you're going to have a marketing mindset. So you have to become a marketer, not just a creative, which I know you are maybe, or not just, a shop owner. You have to become a marketer. You have to have a marketing mindset. We can't just be good at making our merchandising, or we can't just be good at, if you're a paintpreneur, you can't just be good at what we're doing. We can't just be good at having great products in our store. We have to figure out how to market ourselves and our stores. So we have to really dig deep and think about it all the time. We have to always be thinking in a marketing mindset. That does not mean sleazy salesman, by the way. It does not mean doing more social media. It does not mean many things. It really means just thinking about how we're going to position ourselves, understanding our customers. Again, inside my inner circle, we have an entire series dedicated to how to make marketing authentic and real for a creative shop owner, how to attract new customers, how to engage them, how to build that clientele that you're just, those people that you serve that you just love. We all have those, those customers that when they come in, you're like, oh my gosh, I love them. And that does not come generally from a place of, yeah, that's the biggest spender around. It usually comes from that I really love serving that person, and I know she's a buyer. So you want somebody you love and you know that they're going to spend money in your store, right? We all have those people we love. We want more of them, right? So we are going to learn how to engage and nurture. And I teach you that inside the inner circle for again, back to your idea of success, back to your way of doing business. So again, whether that's small or large or big, we can adapt the same principles that we teach, becoming like when you're a marketer, when you have a marketing mindset of attracting, engaging, nurturing, serving, wowing and delighting your customers. These are all things that someone with a marketing mindset, that doesn't mean, again, sleazy salesman, this is all done from a place of authenticity and of heart and creativity, but it still has to be done. So we go through our marketing strategy every week. I do that with a lot of my regular retailers. What's your attract strategy? What's your nurturing? We go through this every week, and everybody's is unique, just like your business is unique, but it still has the same principles. So just adopting that marketing mindset is going to be a game changer. Being consistent with your marketing and your branding and all of the things, it's going to be so helpful to you in whatever stage that you're in with your business and whatever success you are looking for. So we can grow a raving fan base for you. That's what we want. We want raving fans of our retail business who love our brand and who love our stores and tell all their friends. To me, that's the epitome of amazing marketing. One thing that I love about my inner circle members is I have authentically built this inner circle, and everybody inside the inner circle does marketing for me because they are fans, not for me, but you know what? It's the circle of awesomeness is what we call it inside. They see success, they tell friends, and they're happy about their success. There's great stories to tell. This is all part of marketing, right? So you haven't heard me talk about, oh, and do more social media, right? That is part of it. It's a small part of marketing. What the key to marketing is having happy, amazing clients that love you and want to keep coming back to you. And that helps you, that is part of your marketing. So again, having a marketing mindset and realizing marketing isn't this more social media or sleazy salesman. That's not what marketing is. The next thing on the list is don't laugh, anybody, again, but adapt. Learning to be adaptable. What got us here is not always going to get us there. 2020 showed us that we can get kicked in the butt a lot and we can still survive. I'm amazed and just overwhelmed with pride and I don't know if pride's the word, but I'm overwhelmed and excited. I'm pride is the word, I guess, of how I have watched my inner circle members, adapt this year. Things have to get done. This is the success we want to see. How do we get there? How do we keep our doors open? How do we stay creative? How do we serve our customers? We need to learn to be adaptable. And again, this is a year of a lot of adaptation, a lot of people being adapt, but being open to change, not being so rigid. When I have inner circle members that come to me and they say, they're overwhelmed, they can't, all these things are happening and whatever's going on. And we just kind of say, okay, let's just stop. And maybe this is what you need to do. You have to, look at maybe hiring some help, being open to things like that and to looking at things in different ways and listening to people who have been there before, listening to mentors, being able to reach out when you need help. Wisdom is not having all of the answers yourself. It's knowing where to go and get the help. So being adaptable is part of that, right? Like, okay, I don't have, there's a problem. I need support. Where can I get this support? And that again is what we did inside the inner circle all through the COVID craziness. I don't know. I feel like having a hashtag calling COVID crazy or whatever, something like that. But, our community joined in hands together and brought amazing ideas together. Our community is not just me telling people how to run their business. Again, back to being unique in your success and unique. It's not this isn't how it works inside our inner circle. We came together as a community and like, this is working and this is working for me and this is not working and this is working. And how did you do that? And everybody learned to adapt to what their situation required so that again, they could get to the success that they wanted to see or the success or the goal that they had for themselves. And again, being adaptable, even just basic things like adapting to new trends and learning new social media as it comes out and understanding that your customers' needs change, especially right now during all of this COVID craziness. I hate saying COVID. I'm tired of COVID. I think we all are, but it's here. It's part of, I need to adapt. I need to keep talking about it because it's part of our thread of retail, being a creative shop owner right now. So what are your customers' needs right now? This is what we have to adapt to. So this is something we just always have to keep in mind. Remember, it's never too early to make a change, but it can be too late. So if you don't adapt early enough, it could be too late to get, again, to the success that you want to see for your business. Okay, next one is growing your business skills. So this is something that, I don't know why we have a tendency to think we should know it all as we're running a business, or a lot of retailers do. I did. I don't know why I didn't reach out. Again, wisdom is not having all the answers and knowing where to go find and seek help, but improving our business skills regularly. So everybody's at different stages. Everybody has different business skills that they're coming into. Again, back to my inner circle members, some retailers, they come in and they need to learn the basics of social media. Other retailers want to come in and they want to know this whole marketing plan right away. We are building layers of skills. It might be understanding time management, how to batch your work. We have an entire time management series inside our retailers inner circle. One skill that I think is super important, and this all threads together actually, is having the skill to think of ourselves as the CEO. So mindset skills are really important. Becoming a planner, learning our numbers. Oh my goodness. Like this is a skill I feel like we can always be learning, understanding how to dial them in bit by bit, layer by layer, growing our skills. Just like, if you have a creative hobby, if you're a paintpreneur, if you're a any kind of professional creative and you're doing something, you had to learn your skills. You had to learn to build those things up. Nothing happens overnight. So we are always in a state of learning. I feel like, so my father, who's older, I'll say his age because he listens to the podcast, but my dad is still learning skills. My dad is a retail guru, by the way. My dad was in the retail world for many, many years, highly sought after for, speaking and different things, but he's still learning. He's not in the retail business anymore, but he's learning like photography and he's learning and always learning, but he's still increasing. He's still learning different things. We're always learning and he's growing. He's even growing his skill set right now. He does property management and that type of thing, always learning our skill set. We're never done learning. So be open to the fact that we should always be learning and improving our business skills all the time. And we're all learning different things. So again, back to my inner circle, maybe this month we are talking about, we are actually talking about merchandising. This might be something you don't need any help with. You have that down pat. There might be one little tweak in something that we're teaching, or somebody else, one of the other retailers comes in and says, this is my experience and I learned this and this is really cool. We're always learning. We should never be so full of ourselves that we feel like we know it all in any aspect, but we are learning different things at different times. So we have a full library inside our inner circle that people can go back to. You can go back and grab things that you needed that we might have talked about 2 years ago, but you might need that now. It doesn't mean that it's not relevant now. It just means we try to cover different things every month, just moving ahead. It's not a course. We just add things to the library for your reference. It's like bringing in new books to the library so that you can grab them when you need them. So that's how we work inside the inner circle. So remember, growing your business skills, one of the greatest ways to stay unique and find your success as well too. And the last part, the number 5, I always try to keep my podcast short, my friends. I know they were a little long today. I appreciate you still listening. But number 5 is finding support. We are not meant to do this alone. Back to earlier in the podcast when I mentioned, one of my, a lot of my retailers, sometimes when I say, maybe you need to hire help, it's sort of like this, no, I don't want help. I don't need help. I don't need help. I can figure this out myself. Why? Why do we feel like we can't ask for help? Why do we feel like we, have to do it all? A lot of times we say, oh, I can't afford that. But that's kind of a cop out. I always call BS on that one, because we can justify anything if we want to. And maybe you can't afford it right now with the way you're doing things. But if we find somebody to work with you or help you, and we can figure out how to get a good ROI on that. So what is your return on investment of having somebody work for you 2 or 3 hours? What is the return on investment of investing a small amount of money, in a new tool that's going to save you tons of time? Like one of my retailers, it was so funny. She kept putting off buying, a tool that ended up saying, like she said, this is so stupid. I just need to get in my car, drive to the hardware store, buy this tool, invest, I think it was a couple $100s in a tool that she wanted, that she kept putting off because it was too expensive, and brought it back. And I can't remember if it was a sander or something, or a drill, just something simple. Think about that. If you had to do everything with a screwdriver instead of a drill, of course you're going to go out and invest in a drill. That's just like a no-brainer, right? It's the same with investing in someone coming and helping you do some work, or another business tool, something that's going to save you time. So tools, support also can be from home. Like maybe it's time to ask somebody at home to help with the dishes, or maybe it's time to ask, hire a housekeeper. Maybe it's time to, find other support. Like where are you feeling bottlenecked? One of the first things that started to shift my business many, many, many years ago was when I hired my first coach. I have shared this story before. Until then, I was just winging it and like overwhelm, not growing. I mean, busy, crazy. Everything was crazy, busy, awesome in a weird way, but it was just I was not growing or seeing the success that I wanted. So I hired my first business coach, and it just opened the floodgates for me. And I see that with my retailers all the time, my one-on-one clients, my VIP retailer clients, my mastermind clients. So getting into a mastermind is a small group of like-minded retailers or like-minded business owners who you can come into, and they look at things from a broader point of view. Then you can't look at your business. We're in it. We can't always see the big picture, like the whole picture. So sometimes having this mastermind group, or again, inside our inner circle, you know, we can think of so many things and so many ideas, but going into an inner circle and saying, "Hey, like I really am thinking it, like I'm stuck, or I can't find, I'm thinking of an idea for a new workshop, or I'm thinking of something." And all these ideas come in and you're like, "Wow, that's so amazing." All you need is one small idea to spark a big new thing for you, right? One small suggestion, one conversation coming together. I call it crowdsourcing, like crowdsourcing ideas, crowdsourcing support is what we do inside the inner circle. So, for example, my inner circle is $47 a month. It's $47 a month. One idea, one workshop. If I can't help you sell one extra can of paint or one small, purchase, one sale over the month that from a different angle or from a marketing thing, then we're probably not the right match. But honestly, looking at the return on investment, it's $47 a month, and a little bit of your time to dedicate to your skills and your growth. To me, it's a no-brainer. I keep the price super low for that particular reason. Other business inner circles or courses that I've been part of, or I've seen, or I know about, are much higher, and I keep them, again, I keep it low because I want retailers to be able to come in, get value, and leave. And I want to bring a community together. It's been my passion to bring this community together, um, to support one another, to build confidence, to build business skills, to build, all of the things that we need to help you adapt when things get crazy. We came together like crazy during COVID, to help you see the big picture. This is what we do inside my inner circle. So support is super important. We are not meant to do this alone. There is no entrepreneur. I double dog dare you to sit down and brainstorm some really successful, I say successful because successful on whatever terms, like maybe it's those people that we were talking about that you were looking up to. I double dog dare you to list out people that you think are seeing success that are doing it alone. I cannot think of anybody, not once have I ever been able to think of anybody who's doing their business alone who doesn't have maybe a business coach. I have business coaches. None of us are doing this alone. I have business coaches above me that pour into me and help me be a better business person. And my skill is to come together and help my retailers. I pour into them so they can become better business owners. And then my retailers all seem to, be friends and mentor to other people. We are all doing this together. We are a community. And it's really, really important to think of that. We are not supposed to be doing this alone. If you don't get anything from this podcast, please get that you need support of some sort. We are not meant to do this alone. And I don't want to see you do that alone. Whether you join the Retailers Inner Circle or you reach out and ask me and I'll help you find something else that might work for you. I have lots of friends in coaching and all kinds of things. Because not everybody's for everybody, but I encourage you to think about joining our community, to get the support, to get the resources, to get the confidence and the skill set to identify that success that you want, right? You deserve it. We deserve to have whatever that vision of success is for you, the financial side of it, the lifestyle side of it, whatever that is for you. I truly, truly, genuinely believe that we can all get there. I don't know. I just think that's the most important part. Why are we even doing this if we're not reaching for success and we're not trying to build our skills to get there? So all is said and done. I just wanted to invite you to the inner circle. It is open from October 26th, that's today, to the 28th. If you're watching in replay, you can jump on our wait list. We do send out notifications before we're going to be opening as well the next time. It will not be until sometime into 2021 before we open the doors for new people. So I'm just going to recap really, really quickly the 5 things that, to help you stay unique, find the success you want. Number 1, have a big picture plan. Know what you want to go after and what your idea of success is. And then we can put a plan together to get that. Have a marketing mindset. That doesn't mean more social media, right? Learn to be adaptable. This is a hard one for some of us that are rigid in what we want and in our visions, but learn to be adaptable. Number 4 is growing our business skills. We all have that is a never ending, ever going to change thing. We're always going to be doing. And number 5 is finding the support that you need to help grow your business. And again, I would like to invite you to, explore the option or the opportunity to join us inside the Retailers Inner Circle. If you have any questions, if you are wondering, is this really right for me? Do I fit into this? Is this something I don't know? Whatever. You can feel free to feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is on the podcast notes. You can also reach me on Instagram at Front Porch Mercantile. You can find me. Well, all my contact stuff is in the podcast, but wendybatten.com is always where you can find me. And you can find more information out about the Retailers Inner Circle. It is a monthly group coaching. So it's a group session. We meet, it's all on your own, except we meet once a month. And as a group, we have a Zoom, and you're welcome to come in. I am in the group all the time. I am in there from Monday, usually to Friday, Monday to Friday. I'm a very high touch coach. I am in there. I'm not one of these people that will ask you to come join my group and not be around. If you have questions, other retailers are going to answer you. I'm going to support, I'm going to chime in. I'm Chatty Cathy, as you can tell. I love chiming in. It is my mission and goal to help individual retailers. So that is one way. The other way, if you are not into the group thing and you still feel like you need support, I do a lot of one-on-one coaching as well too. So please feel free to reach out anytime. If I can support you in any way with your retail business, it would give me such pleasure. It really makes my day when retailers reach out and we chat and I see people move forward and have that success that they truly want for their retail business. So thank you, my friends. I hope to see you. If you're not already an Inner Circle member, hope to see you in there, or hope you'll reach out. I love working with retailers, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you, my friends. We will see you next week on the episode. We have a great podcast coming up for you. You're going to love episode number 36. Talk to you soon, guys. Have a great week. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I know how precious your time is, and I'm so appreciate you taking time out of your crazy day to be here with us. All the links for today's show can be found at wendybatten.com/podcast. We'd also like to invite you to come over and continue the conversation over on my free Facebook group. It's called Rockstar Creatives. I'm going to be popping in there live every week to continue the conversation, talk a little bit about what we spoke about today. And I'd love for you to join us over there, Rockstar Creatives on Facebook. I'd also love to ask, if it's not too much trouble, if you could leave me a review and let me know what you think of the podcast. If you're loving the show, be sure that you're subscribing to the podcast so you don't miss an episode. I'd hate for you to miss one. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you today. I'll see you next week here on the Creative Shop Talk podcast.